starting at $187,400, the 570S is the least expensive and most ambitious McLaren to date. Competing among sports cars such as the Audi R8 and Porsche 911 Turbo, the 570S is the first McLaren on a budget, and it has a much broader competition field than anything previously attempted. McLaren intends the 570S to be both the most usable and the most attainable McLaren offered, and a benchmark. With the $1 million P1/P1 GTR hybrid hypercar representing all we know in what McLaren calls the Ultimate Series and the $250,000 carbon-bodied track attack 650S/675 LT comprising the Super Series, the 570S Coupe completes the three-tier model strategy as the first in McLaren's Sports Series. A 570S Spyder is expected in 2017. It takes 370 technicians 11 days across 72 workstations with 9 quality checks to produce one 570S Coupe. The scissor-doored 570S looks like nothing else on the road, except, of course, another McLaren. Competitive performance in this highly regarded segment is a must. To that end, the mid-engine, rear-drive 570S is fortified with a 3.8-liter, twin-turbo, flat-plane crank V8 with dry-sump lubrication developing an impressive 562 horsepower at 7,400 revolutions per minute and 443 pounds-to-feet of twist at 5,000 revolutions per minute. Power runs through a 7-speed dual-clutch automated manual transmission as slick as a Porsche PDK, but no limited slip or electronic differential sorts where all that power will go. McLaren has already demonstrated in the Super Series the effectiveness of its sophisticated brake steer system, but it's still contrary to our logic that applying a brake will ultimately make the go-car faster. With this conundrum, as with others, McLaren seems to have found a way to make the impossible possible. The McLaren is very light. Owed in part to the mere 176-pound carbon fiber monocell derived from that of the Super Series, the one-piece tub showcases lower, narrower, egress-friendly side sills. The tub also supports front, rear aluminum subframes that locate the engine and the series-specific suspension with anti-roll bars. The majority of the car is wrapped in impossibly thin aluminum, and in terms of weight to power, the claimed 3,200-pound 570S flings just 5.7 pounds down the road with each horsepower. Compare that to a 911 Turbo S 6.4 pounds/HP, there were only a handful of cars to rival the 570S. To say that the 570S feels light and immediate is a disservice. It feels like the chassis wants to and could tear itself free from under the shrink-wrapped bodywork and leap out in front. McLaren's estimate of a 3.1-second sprint to 60 miles per hour with launch control is entirely believable, if a little modest. With handling and powertrain systems in the least aggressive normal modes, the car was very compliant, docile, and almost boring, and the multi-mode adaptive dampers provided a ride suppler than most sports cars have. But with a lazy throttle, extremely smooth automatic upshifts, and too many electronics foiling our fun, only after the steering wheel was pointed dead straight did it mete out the torque.